was like, there's a whole group. What you mean?
What is up? You.
It's.
I can't. I hear it. Oh, I have to do the Wi-Fi. You should definitely get that.
Yeah, I said this shit is choppy.
Yeah.
Dylan,
you have Discord?
Dylan.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Dylan.
Sorry.
Dylan,
Hold on. What?
Hold on,
how many 8th graders could you fight?
None.
None.
I
None.
can fight one, maybe.
I think you could
Teenage
take
graders
them.
now, bro?
Yeah, bro, they're all stupid.
They're all corn-fed fucks. They're
Stupid.
Yeah, they are dumb.
They're just not smart. We got three.
Use their weight against them.
Davy and Goliath.
Just throw
Okay,
an 8th grader
Can
at
you
one.
send me the
My Wi-Fi is not great.
If you.
Oh, that's fine.
He's got
Better
a
than
full
no
beard
Wi-Fi,
one time.
Oh dear God.
Ask him how the connection is.
Hey, how's the connection? Is it bad?
It's like.
It's alright.
It's alright.
Does that answer your question?
It's doable.
I gotta grab my
It's
ring.
not as bad as Ashton's
Hold
is
on.
half the time.
Kill
I
yourself.
think I love our shoes out.
You want me to?
Almost.
You want
This
me
mine just died.
Yes, absolutely.
I brought my
Tyler.
Xbox. I haven't re-downloaded UFC yet, so I'm gonna.
UFC?
You look like
You can go steal the chair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have a thing where we literally just like play UFC together, and it's been like years. We made this guy named Jube Skonkis.
Jube Donkus is a
And,
good name.
Jube.
We make fucked up characters with like one good attribute.
That sounds like a good time.
It's a good,
Mine's the one with the gun.
Dude, I haven't played
Yeah,
a,
it's fucking hilarious.
I haven't played a UFC game since Undisputed 2 back in like 2009.
That was one of the better ones.
That game was killer.
Like the cut. Since
Is that a goldfish? I haven't ate today. I had peeps earlier.
I had one sandwich.
Go eat a whole chicken.
Fuck no. Those are for special
Dylan,
occasions.
would you like to join us next
Yeah.
week for
I had
rotation?
beer for dinner.
You had beer for dinner?
For what?
Hold up. Wait.
Yeah, I had beer for dinner.
That's a
So what's
good
Wi-Fi?
dinner.
you have a better connection?
Sid, what the fuck is
Or
that?
Can you just like, do you have it on your phone? Can you share the password with me?
Wait,
Is that a Marauder shirt?
yeah, it's like, yeah, dude, it's Master Killer.
That's fucking dope.
I
Yeah.
am the master.
me, me and Ashton like to twin with our Marauder shirts. I'm not even gonna sit there and.
Which Spectrum setup is it?
935.
Wait,
It's
which
mine?
one?
Huh?
I didn't have it together. You better have not had that together, Sid. Rice and a muffin was your dinner. If that was together, I'm like, you're foul.
I just deadlifted 235 out of nowhere. RKO out of nowhere,
And
bro.
I can't get over how you're just staring. You're just.
What do you want?
It just had me
What do you
casual.
want me to do?
I don't know. I just looked over and you were just.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah, it's not as buggy. Yeah, you're good.
I'm patiently waiting,
Sweet.
twirling my thumbs.
Sweet.
So
Sweet. All right. Well, where do we want to prop the phone up?
Just right here.
All right.
pop it up on a copy of the new E EP.
Anyone needs the main character?
For usual.
I'm always the hot. Just kidding. I'm selfish.
Oh, dude.
What up, nerds? How's it going?
You know,
Welcome
we're
to our podcast.
this is a podcast. It's not a podcast. It's gonna be uploaded like a podcast.
You might as well.
All right. Are you streaming right now? Are we live?
Oh yeah, we're live. We've been live
Yeah.
for a couple minutes now.
A couple.
Oh shit.
A little bit. It's,
Hey, let me get the boys in
15
here.
minutes.
let me
this is our
fix
basic
something too.
Anthony.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh
You
hi.
get to finally meet him.
What's up?
This is Michael Campa. He's our chief writer, extraordinaire business manager, and also lead guitarist and backup vocalist.
what up?
He
kid?
be
He's
doing
the
things.
shit. Over here to my left, in the red corner, we got Michael Cornfed Levi. This man's a fucking beast. He's built like a goddamn brick wall. Personal trainer in Anytime Fitness and plays the guitar like nobody you've ever seen. And then over here, also to my left,
You all have Anytime Fitness there?
Peyton Kuhn, the banger of the band. This man bangs harder than all of us.
That's
on
hard.
the skins and the skins.
Hard.
This dude fucks. Okay, sorry.
Dude, we need at least. You have to have one fucker in the band.
Fuck,
I'm Ash
confirmed.
Jen.
These are two. You haven't got to meet all the new people yet. Yeah, this is Ashton over in that corner, and then there's Aminus. What do you do?
I'm Animus. I have
Don't
my
ask
own
me what
solo
I do.
project.
You're also in a band too.
Yeah.
With me, you're
That's
stuck here.
what I do.
Yeah, what do you do, Ashton? You do stupid shit with us and me in person. You get in trouble because you throw foam chickens at people in public when they're driving. Which probably isn't the greatest idea, but it happens.
We both have things chicken related that we're known for.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't
So
know if I want to know the other one.
no, you have to because it's a pretty great thing. Animus, go ahead and ask Dylan if he wants to join up for one of these things because it's a whole.
So it's usually like every week. Sometimes I have to skip a week. Every week I eat an entire rotisserie chicken as fast as I can on camera.
That's makes as fuck.
That's
Makes as fuck.
those games are nuts.
And I got my newest record last time, 13
Oh,
minutes
yeah,
and
how
55 seconds.
Oh no, 13.
What was it? What was it?
It was 13 minutes and 55 seconds was how much I ate that.
13
How fast I ate
I
that
beat
chicken.
that shit. I beat that
like
shit.
my-
I can also beat that fucking shit.
It's like
That's a regular
my
steak
sixth
eater.
time.
It's a regular steak eater.
It's-
Yeah, chicken.
Oh yeah, dude, chicken's
I
diet meat.
write,
Literally,
I,
that's like it's the-
I play Overwatch and I write reviews. And
That's what you do.
about it.
Yeah, you do that.
Cool. Hell yeah.
And I play
Hell
bass.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Hell
play
yeah.
you play bass in a band from here. Well, now too.
How did you?
I play bass in a band called Every Promise Kept.
Don't listen to that EP that's on streaming platforms. It's not good.
It's horrible. I'm not a part of it, so
But the new stuff,
Okay,
Okay,
well,
fuck.
Hell yeah.
the new stuff is
Alright.
pretty good so far, from what I've heard from
new stuff is
from
pretty
Bald
good.
Guy. It's pretty good.
And then I'm the basis of True Poverty.
Which is our band that we're working on right now. That'll happen in the
True
future.
poverty.
That's what it's called.
True
That's
Poverty.
It's a pretty
True
hard
Pop-
name. I stole it from our friend Andrew. He said something about it, and I was like, cool. That's the band
I
name now.
don't know much that man says. It's not even funny.
That man he's just bald.
Blows me.
He's got a
Yeah, he has
Oh,
more
yeah.
more air to think.
That's true. Dylan has like the most gorgeous mullet in all.
Oh, dude, I need to trim it.
Not in a.
I'm distracted by his mustache. I'm
It's
not
a
gonna
great
lie.
mustache.
Yeah, well, say goodbye because both of these things are gone.
Why?
I don't know, man. I've had this forever.
That's
and
true.
I'm just,
Dude,
I'm
honestly,
bored.
whatever. I still remember goatee Dylan.
we don't talk about that.
Listen,
We don't.
let's be real. I'm gonna make a take real quick, and hopefully you know who I'm talking. You look like Jeff from Cold as Life. That was.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, do you don't know Cold as Life? We're gonna have to update you here.
You don't know Cold as Life, but you know Marauder.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Master
I'm
Killer.
27 years old, bro. I'm an old head. I'm fucking.
You are.
Well, I'm 18 and I know Cold as Life.
Yeah, Cold of Life is like old school hardcore, but like hard ass.
Yeah.
I mean, when your vocalist goes to prison
My
for
favorite band is Refused. That's a joke, but I do love Refused.
is that a
Not the Used. No, I don't like the Used.
you like? But you know what you do like?
Dick.
You like
What?
That's a good answer right there. We're all three coming over tomorrow.
No, anyway, what? Sorry.
You like Terror. And
Ooh.
I got to give you a shout out here because I was not a Terror fan my entire life. And then Dylan said to me one day, "No, go back and listen to Terror again." And I was like, "Okay." And it's like, "Oh,
It's good.
I get it."
Their new album slaps.
It's
dude.
so
Can't help
good.
but hate with Corpse
It's
Grinder in it.
literally 8 minutes of pure chaos. And
It's
I love
so great. All right. Animus.
Yeah.
Instead of
what's up?
standing there and looking like a sleep paralysis demon that's watching me, what do you have to say? You have anything to say to this beautiful guy?
I don't know. I was there for the last podcast, I think.
Were you? The one with certain little shit talker?
Yeah, I think
Michael
so.
Riccardi.
I was just in chat though.
We got two. There's two Michaels in this room, so those two Michaels replaced one Michael.
Nah, bro, these are the OGs.
That's true. They are.
I've been fans since
He literally-
Peyton at
It
first.
was him and Peyton that made it. I'm like technically. Oh no, not anymore. I was technically the newest member for a long time.
You were. You were the new vocalist who's like, not really the new vocalist.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Now we
We
got
should talk-
now we got Levi, and until somebody else joins, which is probably never gonna happen,
Till I
he's
join.
gonna be hated. Like
I'm-
he's our freshman.
Low seniority boy.
Yeah,
I'm not-
low seniority. I'm talking bottom of the food chain, bro. That used to be Morgan, but
I ain't getting no overtime.
I was.
no, nine.
I might as well just have a
This man
job with
ain't
Dead
even
Awake.
salary yet. This
I-
dude's
Who
making
joined
9 an hour.
I ain't even got that.
I might as well have like
Not
a.
even a wearing rotisserie chicken.
I'm actually.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm just gonna put in all my bios that like I'm a part-time worker as like Dead Awake's hype man.
That's fair.
That's just gonna be my
Street
new
team.
job. Yeah, it's just gonna be my new
We need a
thing.
street team, black.
You're their promoter. There you go.
Like what's crazy is if I look back on it far enough, I have talked about every single release from the fucking band since the beginning.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, there it is. Who did the artwork for it?
Creating.
Who did the
That
artwork?
was the guy who's done our artwork for like the past 4 albums.
Dude,
It's Raiden's art.
Oh, that's
on,
still him doing that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Like,
he's just
honestly,
progressively got better.
We damn near have him like on retainer. At
He
this
is
point.
literally like, he
we're
just
hey, we
keeps
need a
getting
new
better.
logo, and we want it to be like slammy, and he's like, okay, here you go.
It's just hard.
I'm from Europe.
I love it.
Jumper.
That shit goes hard.
I'm from Europe.
Yeah, yeah. So
I will-
there was a time when we would like exclusively work with like people from Europe. So like our producer for like Melancholia and Vile is like Italian, so he's like literally in Italy.
That's
And
hard.
we would work like all day on these songs, right? And then we would be like, okay, it's like 2 a.m. we're going to bed. So we'd send him over the stems, and we'd wake up at like 9 or 10, and he already has a mix for us because he's just waking up.
You're just like,
So
hey
it's
man,
like,
did this in the morning. You're like, okay.
hell yeah,
I will-
hell yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna be honest here.
Say something.
Deathcore is not my thing.
Yeah,
Like-
deathcore sucks.
I
It sucks.
think it's not
I'm only laughing because Anthony's laughing, but like,
It's bad right now.
no. Yeah, it's
We're
bad.
all-
right
we're
now.
all
But
deathcore
anyway, I'm
haters.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
Seems bad.
Bro, what happened? Ashton, where'd your thoughts go, brother? You still alive?
You said
Fuck,
deathcore was not your thing.
Yeah.
He said, huh?
this fucker dozed.
I was
All right,
driving-
let's not shit on our audience. So to be fair, we are a deathcore band.
Yeah, we are a
But-
deathcore band. That's why
but-
I was just
Oh,
kidding.
that's where I was going with this. I was driving
Deathcore is literally sick. Like death metal and hardcore together is sick.
Yeah,
The new deathcore, I don't know, man.
yeah, new
I don't-
deathcore is good.
It might just be old though.
I'm a hardcore metalcore kid, so like today I was listening to Undying.
Great band.
Great band, perfect band.
And how did you feel about the new EP? Because that was surprising.
I was so surprised.
I was too, because you texted me like, oh, this shit's actually heat. And I was like, yeah.
But- I was like, I'll come to this. I was like, I'll come to the party, I guess. I don't care. And then I listened to the EP. And I was like, oh,
It's
oh.
it's what you want. It's like when I think of deathcore, I'm like, oh, it's death metal with actual mosh parts.
Yeah, it's what I
Yeah.
want.
That-
Actual deathcore.
yeah. And you know what's
Yeah.
crazy? You know what's even better about Dead Awake? There's no accusations. There's
Yeah, no accusations.
No.
Okay,
Actually, I'm making
Clean
an
slate. Clean
right
slate.
now. I'm making
I
it.
may be an alcoholic, but that's about it.
There it is. There it is. There it is, boys. It's
Cancel Dead Awake, alcoholics. All the
Cancel.
straight edge kids hate them right now.
Cancel him. He's shaving his mullet.
Kids probably hate me right now. At
It's
this point.
it's okay.
I'm just.
Dude,
I
this
just
is
know. I
great.
got nothing but love.
Y'all can do it. Straight edge is sick.
Yeah, I got nothing but love for the edge. Like,
We have an edge kid in
sounds
here.
douchey, but I'm being serious.
We got Ashton. Ashton's an edge boy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I've got
All
nothing but
edgers.
respect for it. I couldn't do it just because
I
the
like it.
unbearable weight of living.
Ashton, you purposefully make edge kids mad sometimes.
Oh yeah, I absolutely do.
It's funny. I will say this, because me and Ashton have both agreed that there's a hoodie that we want. Do you know about Bonginator at all, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm friends with Eric.
Okay, yes, sick ass
You
band.
hit him up and ask him if I can have one of those hoodies.
That break edge hoodie is the funniest
Oh
shit.
shit, dude, that shit. Did you see that?
I didn't see it.
Oh,
That sounds
dude.
fucking edgy as hell.
No,
Like,
so they made
It's
like.
got 3
you know that,
X's
like,
on it.
9/11 poster they did?
I'm not super familiar with Bognator.
Yeah, so they made this one and it was like it just says break edge on it. And they're just like
No, it has
shitting
3 X's on the front, and then on the back
It says break edge. It's like the straight edge logo, and then just says break edge, and it's like the funniest
Yeah.
shit.
And it got
That's
like,
what like actually got them popping off because like so many people were like shitting on them.
They also did
And then
they
everybody's like, "Oh, I
did
think
that,
Bognator."
and then like 2 weeks after they did the red cord thing, which was even funnier. Which is when
Oh,
they
yeah.
put out the shirts that "fuck a dead cop's wife" after they
Oh,
dropped the
that was
thing
the
with the red cord. And I'm like, bro.
do I want the break it
Top right.
hoodie or do I want the Koyo hoodie? Oh no.
Did you see their show poster for September 11th?
No, but I'm gonna go pull it up right now. Watch this. 'Cause
You gotta look it up, bro. Just look it up.
Is it?
I'm not even gonna tell you.
I have to wake up in the morning.
I have
go
an
to work.
idea what it's gonna look like.
Are you dipping?
Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
You have. Oh yeah,
All right,
tomorrow's your
no worries.
orientation day. Ashton, be safe. Don't
Peace
Bye.
out.
don't
It's
get in
nice
a
to
car
meet you.
crash.
It's nice meeting you. I'm in my bed.
I know. I'm just saying tomorrow. Ashton, I'm gonna spin kick you tomorrow.
I'm in
yeah.
my bed.
I'm gonna spin kick you tomorrow, Ashton.
I hate this hoodie because it like removes my neck.
You don't have a neck, brother. You don't have a neck, brother. It's okay. You've lost it all. What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Gotta print that fucking hoodie now.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
hard.
I hate this. I hate this hoodie because I have no neck. Just put that on a hoodie. Like, go to a mall kiosk and fucking put that on that shit.
All right, we're going to the JC Mall tomorrow, baby.
Good night, guys.
Later, dude.
All right. Good night, brother.
Alright.
Animus, you better start getting really fucking funny.
Oh, fuck. I don't have a lot of stuff. I just eat a chicken every week.
Dude, you have so much shit, but you just do it at the most random times.
I don't
So weird.
you know what?
We're
But-
kind of in there.
Yeah.
In the vicinity of the podcast.
Can I get you to like scoop this barstool in?
Is that a 200 stab wound shirt?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We're huge death metal nerds.
We were just talking about them today because there's a little band from here full of like kids who were in
Piss
high
Rot.
school. Yeah, Piss Rot. And 200 stab wound dudes apparently fucking love them guys. So there's a bunch of fucking teenagers from the worst place in this entire area because all it is fucking chemicals. And they're like, yo, you make sick ass death metal. And we're like, yeah, they do. They're hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so hyped that they had the Pain of Truth like collab. It was such a good song.
Such a good song.
I love Pain of
It's so
Truth.
fucking good.
Good band.
Pain
I
of
just
Truth
recently-
has
I just-
Pain of
I'm
Truth
still
has one of
somewhat
the
new
best
to
songs ever.
hardcore, so I've been finding bands.
Yeah.
You should listen to Break the Cycle. They're
It's
hometown homies from Chicago. They're like playing with Bo Vice. They already did a tour with Pain of Truth.
Let's ask.
like,
Wait, hold on. I got a question for you. What's the best Chicago band?
Oh.
There's two answers I will take for
Plead
this.
the fifth, Dylan. Plead the fifth.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on
Rise
this.
again on what? What I miss?
There's
Don't fucking. Plead the fifth.
What's the best Chicago?
The Killer.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
It's the Killer.
Nah,
Best Chicago band.
I love every
Oh.
big band that's ever come out of Chicago. I fucking like love.
There's really one.
Dylan
There's
slash Forever.
Youth Forever, yeah, Youth Forever.
that's a
Yeah,
good.
it's
That's a
probably-
really good. But there is one answer to the whole question.
Is it from Chicago?
They're from Chicago.
Rise Against is from Chicago.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
Oh, Fall Out Boy. I lied. Fall Out Boy.
my girlfriend would agree with that answer.
Yeah,
I have
Jerome.
two answers for it. It's either
Jerome.
Jerome is fucking killer.
Jerome.
Jerome is the shit. Someone who actually knows Jerome really fucking surprised me. That's a fucking good band. There's two answers though. It's either Harm's Way or The Killer.
Harm's Way is pretty fucking
Yo,
sick.
just the fact that that guy is that big makes them.
Who, James? James is the goofiest
Dude,
fucker.
these could be complete cheeks. That's in my respect.
I will say
Like,
that
they could literally be playing like Smoke on the Water on a fucking first deck guitar in a sewer, and I'd still like it 'cause he's so big.
it's
Deep mad respect.
and I've talked
Dude,
to
the
James a
fucking
couple.
mouth crack. Yeah.
Dude is a fucking unit. That man's
So
crazy.
the presence sells it enough.
I will-
could play the ass riffs ever, and I would still like fuck someone else.
Bro, Become the
Bo-
Machine goes
Bo
so
doesn't
hard.
have
That
riffs
album is
anyway.
so sick.
They don't even have riffs. Bo has no riffs. It's just a fact in the whole community. Bo just doesn't have any riffs. But we love Bo. But James is the goofiest person. I've talked. We had a 2-hour conversations about how we like tacos. Me and this man, me and this big motherfucker who I'm like, you could probably kill me. And I was just like, bro, that looks like a good taco. I just replied to his story. He's like, dude, what's your favorite way to have a taco? And I was like, brother, we're gonna have a whole
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, all those carbs, man. That
Oh,
carbo load.
This man did the.
Always got, like 2 fistfuls of carne asada on there. Got protein.
Yeah,
Dude, it's like he got it. He got that shit. down, man.
Because we have a personal trainer here. There is something that this man did that like still baffles me. That like I feel like the personal trainer here needs to hear about.
All right. I mean,
Yeah, what's up?
This man, that man did a 35-day Diet Coke fast. 35 days, just Diet Coke, and I was like, that is impressive.
Diet Coke doesn't have any caloric value.
Yeah, but
For 35 fucking
Just
days?
Diet Coke.
That's his body was for 35 days.
Yeah, but it's aged as fuck.
That's fucking horrific.
That
He
is,
lost weight. I
Yeah,
gotta
but you're
get that.
forgetting something.
He lost weight.
Basically,
dude, that's the hardest thing
Wants to
ever.
kill him.
Like, who has ever been that big and been like, "What's your diet?" Diet Coke. Like,
All right.
huh?
we literally like dry scooped a pre-workout called crack before our last show. So
Yeah, well,
the-
next
the-
time-
fair. So literally the best show we ever played, everyone in the band did a dry scoop of my pre-workout, and you know me, I'm into fucking lifting heavy and doing
Oh, I know. Brother, I keep up.
low-key sketchy pre-workouts, and we dry scooped the stuff from Dark Labs called crack.
That's
It's
hard.
literally called crack. Any of you bodybuilders from back in the day know Jack 3D, the shit with the DMAA, that was spicy stuff.
That was in
Yeah,
all the high
it has
schools.
that, but double the dose. So we did like half a scoop of that, and we just we were dialed in.
now, mind you, I have never done pre-workout before
Anything.
diluted.
This dude ain't even
Nah,
C4.
You all fucking said that like it's actual meth.
Yeah, you're like my first drug experience on tour.
Like, yeah, Dylan, what was up with that?
So I
You
fucking-
said that shit like it was meth. You're like, that's the first time I've ever tried. Like, I've never done pre-workout before. You can't just say that like it's out the needle.
I literally took it and I was like so fucking dialed in. It was insane. Like I could hear like a fly's wings flapping. I was like sweating bullets and I was just standing before our set, not even in lights. I was like literally sweating like crazy. And after a set, these guys know I'm usually absolutely fucking gassed. After the set, I just went to the fucking merch table. I'm like, hey guys, like I'm ready to play again. It was insane. It was
They're
awesome.
like, what's wrong with you? You're like, we're all tired today.
I
Real
literally-
crack.
I did the legal equivalent of cocaine.
That's hard. Also, because
Legal.
we
Yeah,
are
edit that out.
I'm not editing that out.
We can fix that in post.
Do you think I am not?
The law and pre-workout, technically, everything that's in that pre-workout is legal to consume, but it's not legal to sell as consumable.
Pay attention, kids. He's fucking right.
The
That's
FDA
interesting.
is the fun destroying administration. Let me tell
Fuck
you.
the FDA.
Fuck the FDA.
Dude,
We're
me and
trying
all
to have fun.
my homies hate the FDA.
They're fucking
Just
suggestions.
Mute us, please, for the love of God.
It's like when
It's
Animus
just
he's
spiraling so fast.
it's like Animus is like, weed is not a drug. Let me just post all my pictures in my Discord with my homies. I'm zooted.
Weed isn't a drug.
No, it's not.
We're all high right now.
That's
Not
good.
me.
I kind
Yeah,
of
we don't.
wish I could say the same.
Oh,
I
that's
just have
fair,
a
yeah.
bunch of
We've
dabs
been
here,
drinking
but
for
nothing.
hours.
Do them all. Do it all right now.
Dude, we've been pulling dead.
And it was like, watch.
When I texted you that picture, I had a full gram that night, and that was after like 2 years of not having dab. So I was gone. I couldn't walk.
Dude, I think the
My favorite thing. Fucking. So this is why I'm usually by myself for these podcasts. That's
Dude, no.
insane, though.
we love
Fucking dabbing straight boogers. But
it. All out.
this dude was like, Dylan, and I looked over, he had a balloon in his fucking pants.
And you're just like, hey man.
And then he just like takes the balloon out and throws it at my face.
Oh, it's fun. We had a similar situation like this earlier. I was outside and I was like, let me show you my favorite mosh move. And everyone was like, cool, take off your pants and do it. And I was like, okay. Just at
Oh
my
yeah.
I was just like, cool, here we go. I'm gonna take off my pants and throw a spin kick.
I took like 18 screenshots.
Yeah.
So I mean, we just like when you're with the homies, nothing's off the table.
We just
That's
love
fair.
each other too much. That's what it is.
Yeah, there's
That's
just
fair, dude.
there's things gonna happen that it's like, I would never do this by myself. But
Oh no, my dick is out. Oh.
oh no, it's in your
What a
oh,
shame.
oh no, my
Oh,
nuts are in
no,
your
man.
mouth. Take them out.
Oh,
Don't, I hate
my phallus members.
I hate whenever I'm like hanging with my boys and my dick just ends up in someone's mouth. I'm like, oh no. Keep doing it. Do it
Can you
again.
just strip and fall and just like end up in your homie's ass?
And I'm like, oh fuck, man. Didn't know you were
Well,
there.
I guess we're in this situation now. Well, what can we do?
Oh, well, you're already in there.
You're already in there. You might as well finish.
Might as well just, you know what I mean?
God damn.
With consent.
Dylan just became a blob.
Yep.
And she just lies.
Fucking straight lines.
Please call me.
That's sick.
What is happening?
What the fuck is happening?
I'm fucking out in the studio.
Hey, hey, dude,
He's just taking off his pants.
there's so much shit happening here. What is happening? Half of it I can't understand. This is a good time.
Hey, so this.
What is going on here?
I don't.
Brother, I think the connection's dying here because so much just happened that we did not understand.
I liked it when Dylan just became a different man.
Yeah, I like it when it turned into a blob and then it was a different person, and I'm like, oh,
Just a different dude.
there's a new person. I like how it still just sounds like a robot. We can't
I don't fucking clue.
Whatever was said, there's no correlation of what was said and what wasn't because it just became a robot.
Basically, you called me a blog.
Hey boys, I think the Wi-Fi disconnected or something because it is just.
Nah, bro, my Wi-Fi is clutch, dude. I got
Could be an inkling.
Are we good? Are we good now? Because holy shit,
It's my Wi-Fi and it's shit in this room.
that
Yeah,
was
it's
wild. So much happened. Well,
Anyway,
you-
since the connection's going bad, you might as well just ask any questions you have, like now,
Well,
before everything tragically fails.
yeah,
You guys interested in watching me eat a chicken?
that's a good question. That's a good question, Animus.
What was that again?
It's like, you guys interested in watching me eat a chicken?
A whole one.
Yeah.
It's-
Yes.
Well, not right now, but
Go
it's
get
not
a
a
chick.
fetish thing, I swear.
It's not a
Yes,
fetish.
it clipped.
I want to see it. I need a time. Is it alive or cooked?
It's cooked.
Is it alive? Just
Live chicken in 13 minutes. This man's a god. Bro.
Animus,
That's a
make it happen. Make it
That
happen.
is impressive. I have questions about that chicken. Get out of here, Anthony.
Yeah,
You
what's up?
fucking
What? Oh, no.
Flob.
All right, I got you. I've done it like 6
All right,
times.
bro. Chicken questions. All right, where do you start?
At first I started with the legs, but I feel like it's easier to start with the breasts to get those out of the way.
Yeah.
Then you do the
Alright.
legs and then the bottom, and that's how I do it now. That's how I shave off my time.
Do you take the? Do you eat all the skin, and do you eat the back meat?
I do eat the back meat. It sucks because there's like coagulated chicken jelly all over it.
Yes. He's the real
But
deal.
I do eat all the skin.
You consume the whole fucking thing.
Good for you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm now because of that. So what's your time? 13:45.
13:55.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna try and.
there's a
beat
lot of people like, dude, I could beat that easily. It's like, it's way harder than you
it.
think.
It's hard. Dude.
It's a
hard.
2-pound
I do it-
chicken.
So I'm experienced in the art because I get a rotisserie chicken every Wednesday for my lunch break because I have about an hour this break. It takes me 15 minutes. Fuck off. Anyway, I got it down, right? So I have about 30 minutes to fucking eat this chicken. I always get it done. It became popular. Now I pick up like 3 or 4 for other people.
That's
I just max on chickens.
that's
Fucking hit
hard.
weight. It's
We were talking
badass.
about
It's
bringing
rotisserie
rotisseries at
We wear tanks.
yeah,
It's a thing, dude. So
That's
like,
tough as hell. If you now, I respect that. That's a real man
Thank you.
sport right there. People think football
dude,
is
it's
nah,
badass.
fuck off. Football ain't shit on eating a whole chicken with your homies.
Football ain't shit, dude.
it
Yeah.
makes you feel
American
primal.
fan.
Make- Yeah, it makes you feel primal, like Liver King was before he got outed for doing steroids.
He was
Before just fucking lying.
Man,
Of course he was, right?
dude,
I mean,
honestly,
dude was fucking yoked.
yeah, and honestly, I keep
People been
watching.
eating raw meat forever.
But
He's not new to it.
let's be real. The whole thing is fucking hilarious. When he hops on my
Yeah.
screen and he's like, I eat a pound of testicles every day. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Keep going at it. I wouldn't.
Good for him, you know.
Well-
I could.
If you can actually throw back a fucking pound of testicles though, and then some, you're gonna get big. Just
Yeah.
in terms of protein, that's a fuck ton.
I'm always eating. I'm always gargling my
you're
boys,
actually
so.
that much meat,
I
yet
wouldn't eat
you're
it
probably-
raw, but I would eat it.
Well, you also need like $10,000 fucking dollars a gear every month.
But
There's that.
let's also hop into the fact of, does
But I'm sure the testes help too.
I mean,
Dude at a 10 pack.
do
fucking
homie
nuts.
testicles count? Because we be throwing them back sometimes.
Bro,
much
you know
protein is
back
chicken
then. I
testicles?
Nah, fuck.
If
Hypothetically,
your boy still has them, you're not getting the benefit.
that's true. That's true. I'm just sucking the sweat off.
Right.
I'm just cleaning them for him. That's it. I'm just a cleaning department.
It's.
Animus,
I don't know what this.
what is happening here?
You want to say a lot of old class?
What is going on? There is so much shit happening in the background. It's like a
I love
It's rough.
It's like
I'm
a crack
sorry.
den.
it. Was like the
We're
most
done.
engaging conversation.
That was the big clap, you know? Me and Anthony dapped, and it was because I literally said, we be gobbling on gonads and had the cleanest dap.
that's
of our
hard.
entire fucking lives.
That's a good fucking moment.
See, this is the shit.
All right.
Shit right here.
So I got some questions now.
All right.
We
all
have
right.
to, you know, we're gonna dial it back and So I got to hear the EP. Don't know how many fucking months ago. I still have the
Yeah,
Dropbox
cool,
of it.
cool.
You know, just to be serious for a second, what was the process like for this fucking thing? Because it's a complete turnaround from Vile.
Are we talking shop right now? Not just.
We're talking shop, dude, not slop.
We ain't talking slop.
We're
Yeah,
talking about
so
actual Dead Awake
Info-
stuff now.
Info he was in control of the majority of the
So,
writing.
this room that we're recording this shit in right now, this is where it all happened, besides the drums.
Okay.
Which is our boy Scott McGinnis. Check out Jem's Fighting Words. He's a guitarist for that band.
Okay.
He tracked all the drums for Peyton, did all the editing. Big shout out, Scott. Absolute homie from day one. Nothing but love.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the feral room.
That's
Right
hard.
here.
What was it like?
First
Like
album we tracked.
Like what
What's
was
that?
what was the mentality like for it? That's what interests me is like what was going through your mind?
So-
Like we're doing this now.
So it actually a funny story. We started the record with like a whole different idea of like doing like more of that new metalcore stuff, and we started to write Turncoat. That was the first song we did, and it was with our old producer Craig,
Mhm.
who did our self-titled and Insurrectionist and all that stuff. We wrote with him. We had him over here, and then we felt like our writing style took kind of a turn when we were doing that song, and then we just said fuck it, death metal time. And that was it.
Good.
And we wrote the next 3 songs over here by yourselves.
Okay.
Got everything covered. But yeah, no, the Turncoat was what set the stage, and then Terminus like filled it in. Yo, we're gonna like fully lean into the death metal bullshit, make it slammy,
Okay.
and then I was like, if the whole EP's like this, people aren't gonna fuck with it. So let's kind of mellow it out a little bit, but still keep like the hardcore, slammy metalcore combination. My goal when I wrote the instrumental was to make it sound like metalcore,
Mhm.
slam, hardcore, and death metal all at the same time. So
Okay.
basically deathcore, if deathcore meant deathcore. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think the funniest thing about since following you guys since 2018, or God, I think even before, I think like 2017, is watching it start out like with me being a little deathcore kid. I'm like, oh, this is the best shit ever. Just watching the band grow out of deathcore as I grew out of deathcore has been the wildest shit. I'm like, wow, this genre kind of fucking sucks now. And then you all being like,
Hold
hey,
your hand.
we're not doing deathcore anymore. I'm like, oh, sick. It's like they're listening to me subconsciously. Like, we know what this guy wants to talk about. I'm like, hard. Give me content.
I was thinking, I don't mean to interject, but I was thinking about it today when I listened to it because it came out, you know, and it was nice that I could listen to the whole thing without having to go into 4 separate Google Drive folders.
Mhm.
But I was listening to it, and it's like, ironically, our most cohesive release.
Yeah.
Like,
And the other fucked up is that even though we're like abandoning deathcore, this is by far the most deathcore shit we've put out.
But it's like,
100%.
but it's not like modern deathcore. It's not like the
No,
boring shit.
It's the most deathcore, like in its
Yeah.
literal sense.
Oh
we've
yeah,
put out.
100%. But
Like,
it sounds
the
like,
most unapologetically deathcore.
but it sounds like the good shit that came out of deathcore. Like the shit that I actually will still go back and listen to. Like, listen,
Classic band.
I hope you all take this as a compliment, since you did have the old vocalist of this band feature on a song, a very big song from you all too. But it gives off that like old school last 10 seconds of live feel, where it's like,
Yeah, that's
oh, this is hard,
definitely what we go for. A huge influence for us. Big
dude,
time.
and it's fucking sick. Because there's not many bands that I can sit there and be like, oh, this reminds me of like old last 10 seconds or old X King X and shit like that. Because that's what I'm like. I love this shit. So like here's something that's like very like kind of similar type, but not exactly that. But it gives that, it scratches that itch. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking hard. Like bring that back. I don't want
I think
twiddly
I
doos.
think the issue with modern deathcore, and I know that there are bands that do the stuff that I don't like way better than we can, because there are a lot of talented musicians that are doing stuff that I don't care for. But I think the problem with the genre is that it's becoming like a competition to like who can do the most like TikTok reaction worthy breakdown.
Yeah,
essentially.
that's
Who
my
Who
thing.
can nab Lorna Shore the hardest, or who can do the next Demolisher breakdown? Like I feel like that's what deathcore is becoming as a subgenre.
That
Like
I
today,
agree.
where it's
I-
all pitch drop, bass
I-
drop, over the top, super produced. And I'm not saying the bands are bad, because they're not. Like modern deathcore bands, they're talented. I
Yeah,
don't have any disrespect or hate for them whatsoever. And there are many modern deathcore bands that are way tighter and way better than we are. So this is not beef.
but
This
I
is
will
just
I will say this
I
on
feel
what.
like they're just chasing the high of the reaction breakdown.
But
right now.
also, I
And
want to
that's-
say this because this adds on to what you're saying. But it's something that you guys don't do that I love that you don't do. Is yes, all those bands go for the heaviest breakdown, but the point of a breakdown is to get people to mosh, but there's nothing to mosh to. There's no substance. But you guys do
That's
breakdowns,
hard.
and the instrumentals hit just as hard as the vocal parts, where it's like, oh, this is mosh worthy. Like when I hear a Lorna Shore breakdown, I'm like, what the fuck do I do to this?
Do I
Like-
growl with them? Like, what the fuck?
Like what do I do to 300 BPM? Like what is my reaction supposed? I can't mosh to that. Make it ignorant and
And-
stupid. Like that's what breakdowns are. It's like it'll be just chuggy and stupid. Just give me the simple shit.
What I've been noticing, especially a lot of modern deathcore releases, like they have one like really good song in the album that's like the song, and then the rest of them just sound like way too similar.
Yeah,
It's like I feel like I've already heard this before like 5 times over. That happened to a
Right.
lot of my favorite deathcore bands. Where it's like I don't think I can like enjoy their new stuff as much because it didn't have the same like feel. It's like it felt like everything was kind of rushed. It was like, oh, just make it heavy because it's heavy.
yeah. It's like,
whatever,
oh,
and
they
that's not fun. Like I
Never
don't-
try to
And that-
differentiate
that
it.
that historically works, right? But it's only to a degree.
Yeah.
Like what he's trying to say is basically we're writing songs that are like from front to back, like meant to be, like
Yeah.
masterpiece.
you all do it with a
And we
you all
can't
do it with
put
a
'em out.
purpose.
to us,
But what we try to, create a full package.
Yeah.
Not just do it.
if we're gonna be shitting on music, I just feel like us as listeners, we probably like heard what we wanted to hear 15, and that like set the stage for what we want to hear.
Yeah,
And we're all getting older, and that's like what we're chasing essentially. So
and I'll
me
definitely
and Dylan, fucking Tony Danza,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what we grew up on.
I'll-
So, like
and
we're
listen.
always gonna chase back to that shit.
Oh,
like
100%.
That we peaked at that. So like when new stuff comes out, it doesn't hit like when we heard that when we were 15 years old. So we're chasing that dragon right now.
Oh, I understand that.
So
I will also.
the younger bands nowadays, they're chasing a different dragon than we're chasing. Essentially.
yeah.
That's,
That's
100%.
real.
that's also true because
If that
Yeah.
made sense. So,
But
yeah.
I will also say is there is like I think one major issue, especially with deathcore right now. And I'm talking about this based off of somebody who not only interacts with the community but is a content creator in that community. You kind of notice it, and I think most bands do too, who are like very much involved with the scene as a whole. And it's no shade towards it because I love the fucking band. That's my issue. It's like I love bands like Lorna Shore. I like Brand of Sacrifice. I like Shadow of Intent and all that shit. I will actually listen to those bands. The biggest issue that I've noticed recently is since those bands have gotten so fucking big, is it's put this new influx of fans that really are like, oh, this is the big band I care about, and then kind of like falsify that they care about the scene, but have like really fucking big egos about it, and I'm like, that's not what this is about. Like, that's not a part of this. Like, that's never, and like, I'm kind of like, I kind of miss what it was like before these bands blew up because there was just a bunch of cool people. Like, I met you guys because of that. I met a bunch of my old school friends who were really into deathcore who really aren't now due to that because of just how tight knit the community was. It was like, oh no, you kind of just like in hardcore still to this day is like you make your way, you work for what you get. Now it's like, no, give me this because I can do vocal, and I'm like, no, that's not how that works. Like, it's never been how that works.
hard work never goes unnoticed.
Oh yeah,
Also, I feel like there's a balance though, because I don't like the concept of gatekeeping. Like, yo,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
keep these TikTok kids out of the scene because who knows? Maybe they're fucking better than us.
No, 100%. I love the whole. I will say
Being
this.
honest. But yeah, I definitely feel you in the terms of the community, like having that sense of like I know this guy, this guy, and this guy, and we're all friends, and we're all doing this shit together. And now it's more about clout chasing to an extent.
100%. But even
feel
with
that.
the TikTok kids coming in, because one thing I've noticed is from me doing streams that aren't even music related, because all my streams are mostly gaming related, is having people approach me and be like, "What are these bands? Like, how do I get into this?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's just, dude, just listen to shit. Like, talk about it. Tell other people about it. Get them involved." Like, those kids seem more dedicated than half the people who just recently got into it because the big bands are into it. And I'm like, I love this shit because you all actually are going to push this forward, but in a good direction. Like, it's cool as fuck to me that there's, like, this little internet community of fans who just got in because they heard fucking Tsunami on a TikTok. And I'm like, that's fucking cool as shit to me.
That's cool though.
And, like, yeah, like, as a little nerd kid who just grew up playing video games and listening to this, I'm like, sick, you guys like the same shit that I like. Like, back in the day, I couldn't meet people who were into, like, gaming and shit because of music. It was like, oh, we just like games and that's it. Now it's like, oh no, there's all these hardcore kids who showed up just because they fucking played video games and seen a montage with a song in it. Like, that's cool as fuck. Like, thanks for that.
Yeah.
But there's a certain
Yeah,
type of
like, two mics are true gamers too, so we feel
yeah
Gamer mode.
dude,
They're
dude,
definitely
that's
gamers,
like
so
all we fucking do. So it's cool to me. Is like, whenever I have people stop by my streams and they're like, whatever band that was just playing on the playlist goes super fucking hard, I want to listen to it. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, here's a fucking link to it. Like, I love that shit. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
I just
Right.
made a new fan.
I think that's how I discovered Dead Awake was through one of your streams.
Probably.
It was like it might have been the 10-hour Vagabond
Oh,
stream.
God.
Where I was like, okay, so I stayed for a couple hours. I was like, okay, it kind of goes hard. So I was like looking through all the discography.
Yeah, I did do that. That was
Yo, what's up? What Dylan Hopping?
So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know. No, sit
Yeah.
down. Sit down.
All right.
oh god. Is Dylan about to tell about this?
I'll do what I do. I'm just kidding.
I'm getting out of here. Oh, that's right. You
Main
just
character.
That's how he is.
Anyway, so the 10-hour oof thing is different. I told him that if he listens to the 10-hour oof thing in full, start to finish, we'd give him guest list for life, right? So he couldn't find the video because it got taken down. So this dude straight up put Vagabond on repeat and streamed the entire thing for 10 straight fucking hours.
So when are we sending him free merch?
Yeah, I
well,
did.
Yeah, what the
I technically, yeah, I listened to the song a total of like 250 sometimes in one sitting. And
What
I was,
what if I do it for 24 hours? Do I get like a free CD?
listen,
I mean,
talking about
Chris already got guest list for life, so like,
talking about CDs here. I've asked and tried to get Dylan over here to find me a copy of the self-titled album for like 2
Dude,
years. This
I
man
won't.
just cannot find it. I
You're
found
never.
one motherfucker on Discogs had it up and would not
That's the
message
thing.
me back about it. I'm like, I'm friends with this band. I need it. And he was like, no. And I'm like, then why do you have it for sale? He's like, I don't want to give it away. And I'm like, then take it off for sale. You fucker.
How much?
It's just him proving. Guess what I have?
It's like, is it just a flex? It was like 25 bucks. He had it like for like a normal price, like $25.
I might have an extra
Just
copy.
be like, I'll pay 30, 40. I don't care.
I think that-
I'm sure I have
No
one somewhere.
guarantees.
No guarantees.
Oh, it's fine.
That's the thing, though. Like literally, every piece of merch we have or CD is never reprinted.
Yeah,
Never.
I'm kind of upset because I had an old person who lived with me for. It turned out to be a pretty shitty person, and I let him borrow my Dead Awake hoodie once because he didn't have one, and then he just took it.
Which one was it?
It was
pink one.
the pink Vagabond one. I had that
What
thing.
size?
It was like an XL or a 2X. It was either one of
I've
those.
got a large in a color that's never been released before. It's like red. We all did like personals. If you want that one, I can send it to you.
Yeah, mine's like, what is mine? Mine's purple.
Bro,
If you can fit in a large, I can send you a red one.
I can make.
We all print personals on like different colors, different colored prints.
Hell yeah.
I
That's
don't wear larges anymore, so
I
if you
will-
want a large, I'll send you a large.
my girlfriend would probably just scoop that up for me. She'd be like, "Well, that's mine now." And I'm like, "I guess fucking so."
Yeah, I'll see. Fuck it, I'll probably do it next week.
She
But
probably
I'm really tempted to do the 24-hour
do it.
Vagabond challenge.
Just do
Just
it.
fucking camera right there, and just
Dude, honestly,
sitting there for 24 hours, not even moving.
I will say this. I remember, like, the second that whole challenge ended, I, like, put my chair back and I was like, holy shit, it's finally fucking over. I had to listen to oof for fucking almost 12 hours, and I was like, this is insane.
I
And-
won't do oof. I'll do like expendable or whatever.
dude, it was,
At least it wasn't. At least it wasn't the 10. At least it wasn't the 10-hour oof.
dude.
You know what I mean?
No, that's the
true.
thing though. Is
I would've-
you would be surprised. Is like most of the song after like hour 2, you can kind of drown out, but it's as soon as you hear, oof, it just right back in. You're like, fuck.
No, because it's so like right there.
It's just right in the beginning. You're like, ah.
Brings you right back in.
You remember when we went to the first time? Everybody, so we went on like a weekend tour. We went to Baltimore, Maryland, and Rochester, New York. It was crazy. I don't know how it happened, but it did. And we tried to do the 10-hour Roblox oof challenge. I think we made it like 4 minutes in, and we just wanted to kill each other.
Yeah,
Like it was
please
like
die.
We made our old guitarist drink our piss.
Hard.
say that.
Hard.
Say that a lot.
No, that's hard
Yeah.
as fuck right there. That's hard as fuck.
Okay, so all right, so explanation time. We have a lifelong game. Everyone has it in their friend group. What are the odds, right? You guys
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, we
You guys
have.
are
It's,
friends.
it's just me bullying them. It's like, is Tyler gonna bully us today? It's like, probably. I'll probably just say some stupid shit about you.
So as a band, we have this life pact where we play What Are the Odds?
We have specific rules.
We have very specific rules. And
Yeah.
under these rules, our boy Morgan lost, and he had to drink our piss.
but
The way the cookie crumbled.
but it wasn't like what you think, you know. We literally like it was like a splash of pee and then Powerade and Sprite and everything like.
Oh, that's fine. That's not that bad.
Oh
You
no!
weren't
Don't do that to
We didn't
me.
just like make him open his mouth and pee in there. You know what I'm saying? So,
Open
like,
your mouth so I can
you know,
piss
it
in
was
it.
one. It was between 1 and
Get on
100,
your knees.
and this dude fucking lost. And oh my god.
He was
So you
defeated.
know the song The Shepherd?
Yeah.
Okay, so the actual file name of that song is Open Your Mouth, Kelly. And Kelly is Morgan's middle name.
Hard.
That was like us on the fucking in the van, like telling him he's our urinal.
Let me tell. Let me tell you something.
About piss in Morgan's mouth.
I also took a picture of a urinal on that tour, and then I took like the Facebook edit tool and I put his gauges and like his beard on it.
Hard.
And I was like, bro, look at this sick shot they got from our show. And I sent it to him, and he was like,
fucking
it
kill
was
yourself.
hilarious.
My favorite
He was a
thing.
fucking sport about that.
He was a
shit, though.
really good sport.
really good fucking.
Yeah,
That was so
dude.
bad.
We didn't even think he'd do it, to be honest.
So we have
It was barely a sprinkle. To be fair.
we have
But
a
he has sprinkled.
we have a thing like
We
that in
are
our
hard.
group. Like,
We are hard.
you know, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and preface this really quick while you all are here. I'm just gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
let you know, because I have a thing coming out tomorrow for the EP. You guys are gonna be probably getting a lot of demand to play East Tennessee, because that's what.
Shit,
Yeah, so
that's not.
be ready for that, because
I would
our
love to-
I say if you all want to play a show, I'll get you in contact with our man, who I'm going to mention in a second. But there's a whole game that we play with our main friend who books all the shows out here. His name is Andrew. He's in a band called Septum Bone. So if you like death metal, first of all, go check. They're fucking awesome. They're fun as shit.
Great fucking band.
Yeah, they're fun as shit. But so Andrew is bald, and there's a whole game that we play where if we see anything that's bald, you have to take a picture of it and send it to him and go, "Hey man, look, I found you." And at this
I'll just
point,
send a picture of like my big toe. Fuck it.
yeah, he'll be like, he just replies with like, "Kill yourself or
Die."
die." And it's
I
like
drew a
this
picture
one-
of him, a very crude picture. He was like, "Die." It was like our first conversation.
Yeah, it's like, all right, cool. Yeah, he's a great guy, great sport about it. But like, he's an amazing person.
it like
but
a
it's just
champ.
bully him because he has no hair. It's awesome. We love
Yeah.
it.
You ever
I
see
really
him
get to
first
because I used to be
plunger?
bald.
Take a plunger and just.
Dude, he's not here right now, so it's fine. But tomorrow, all of our whole group here, excluding Animus because he's in fucking Washington, we're all
I'm
going.
across the country.
Yeah, we're all going to see Septum Bone tomorrow, and we totally did not a couple days ago buy a fucking like a fake bone to hit him in the head with during their set. So we're just gonna take turns whacking him in the head with this thing at this show because we're like, this is entertainment for all of us.
Oh yeah.
And because he's also and when he's not playing, he's a little bit of a disrespectful crowd killer. We love him for it, but he's a degenerate to a degree, and we love him. So it's like, this is your payback. But like we do have a fest here every year called Tennessee Hardcore Fest. It's like they've been doing for like I think a good 2 or 3 years now. This man got hit so hard at that fest this year that there was a knuckle imprint on the top of his head, and that shit is just it's
That's
good.
awesome.
It's
All
good.
right,
We're
we
like,
love that shit.
yeah, we're like, we love you for this. Thank you for being.
We've had a couple of injuries in our pits. Can I talk to you guys about this?
Go for it. I listen as a hard mosher. Keep it violent, brother.
Talking about
So
House Cafe.
yeah. So we were playing at this place called the House Cafe in DeKalb, where I went to college. It was an amazing fucking venue, historic as shit from Illinois, right?
Mhm.
And we had this like somewhat big show. I'd say it was a pretty good turnout. And the vocalist of one of the opening bands got like tabletopped in the pit, so like somebody like fell down and hit him in the legs, and somebody pushed him in the back, and it's all just like straight tile vinyl flooring and cement. And he landed on both of his elbows simultaneously and fractured both of them
Ooh.
at the same fucking time.
Ugh.
So like he sent us a picture, and he's just like this in the arm cast. We had somebody dislocate their knee and have to get like carried out of the fucking pit when we played at Cronies. Rest in peace.
That's a hard.
And rest in peace, House Cafe. Anyway, so we
Praying
played
to
at
God.
Cronies. And it was like this super small place, but that's where all of the fucking Rockford like
Yeah.
hardcore and fucking like metal kids went, and it went hard. So they had to get like physically carried out, like crowd surfed out of the crowd. And then Michael hurt himself one time in the pit.
Yo, I was on PTO for like a week. I
What'd you
fell
do?
down.
What'd you do? What band
we
did you
were-
do it to?
That,
It was bad.
so that-
It was icy as fuck. So we played in Rochester, New York, and we loaded up really fast, and it was snowy out, and there was water on the stage. I felt vagabond more than I normally felt vagabond, and I fucking slipped off and fell like 4 feet.
basically,
I
yeah.
fucked myself up.
So this was right after Michael got a wireless, right? And everybody's going outside to smoke and tracking all the fucking melted snow in, right? So we're playing. This isn't like he's like moshing to other bands. Like we're playing, and he jumps down there to mosh with them
big old slip.
on occasion, like he does on occasion.
As
I
you
turn
should.
around, I'm looking at Peyton, and I'm like, "This is fucking sick." I turn around, and Michael's on the ground, like wincing in pain, but still playing his part.
Yeah.
He just slipped and fell flat on his back, flat on the back of his head. You had like what, a concussion?
Dude, I was like punch drunk as shit for like the entire drive home.
Yeah, it was scary.
From
We literally-
Rochester to Illinois.
we
I was
literally
fucked
like
up.
had to keep him awake in the hotel room like all night because we were like, I'm pretty sure you're
I
concussed.
rocked the shit out of myself. It was
God
bad.
damn.
It was fuck.
But it was also sick as fuck because now I know what a concussion feels like.
Yeah, it's wild, brother.
That was like NFL Simulator 2021. So hell
You're
yeah.
like, oh
pretty
wow.
Pretty sure you felt like what a concussion was when David knocked you out.
I read that. That's a good story. So
Yeah.
Since
Told you,
Kingsley,
right, Chris?
Wait, well,
Kingsley,
No,
the only reason why the way it did was because Dave knocked me the fuck out in a pit by accident.
hard.
Like, rocked the shit out of me. Like I
Knocked him clean out.
I was driving home. I had to like pull over every 10 minutes. Like, yo, what the fuck?
What the fuck
Yeah,
is
so-
happening to me?
So basically, the vocalist of Signs of the Swarm, before it was like announced that it was when they were on tour with Body Snatcher, and I was supposed to be at that show, but I couldn't go because I had to work.
Mhm.
And Dave clocked him. He's like, "Bro, let me get you some free merch or something." And this dude's concussed as fuck, and he goes, "You could give me a feature for my band instead."
I was 2018 trying to grind.
Is that how you got him on Kingslayer?
Dave literally just goes, "Done." And then all of a sudden he gives us like this amazing fucking feature, all because this dude's concussed as shit and he's networked.
Give me a feature,
Like, what the
please. It's like, all right, that's a
Awesome.
payment. That's a payment.
Um,
That's hard.
I went to a local hardcore show a few months ago, and it was like my first real hardcore show. And so I was like, okay, whatever, I'll get into the pit because I wasn't used to like throwdown or like crowd killing pits. So I went in there. Someone actually pushed me in there. I got like kicked in like the ribs by some giant dude and rocked on the side of the head. And the guy had like padded knuckle gloves on.
He knew
Oh,
that.
that
So
sucks.
I got rocked on the side of the head. And I had to walk out of the venue, like take a breather. I almost threw up. Then I walked back in for the rest of the set. I was like, I want some merch.
Like, please,
Yeah.
just give me a shirt. I got hurt.
I want some merch.
I think my funniest one was I have a friend who's recently got into heavier music. Funny enough, we were talking about him earlier. My friend Cortland, he's a great guy. Little critter is what we like to call him because he's just a little guy. But I took him last year to a couple of shows. We went to see Tiny Moving Parts together, and then I took him to see his favorite band, which is Cane Hill. At
nice.
at the end of the year,
Hell
though,
yeah.
I was going to see Four in Hand.
It is the greatest metalcore band.
They are great, but at the end of the year, I was going to see Four in Hands, Dying
Fuck
Wish, CU Space Cowboy and Counterparts is who we were going to see. And on the way to this show, I was like, "So Cortland, we're going to a hardcore show. I want you to know things are different. Like it gets violent." And he was like, "I don't believe you." this fucker decided to go and stand on the edge of the pit, and I was like, God damn, I'm not gonna tell him. I'm gonna let him learn.
You're asking for it.
I was like, I'm gonna let him learn. As soon as Foreign Hands came on, I just watched this dude as hard as he can, full swing back, and just nail him in the face. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Move." He was like, "Okay." I was like, "All right,
Yeah,
bye,
you
bud."
gotta learn. Dude,
Alright, wait, pause. Don't have to break your momentum, but this guy back here talking shit about whack takes. Whoa.
Oh no.
Excuse me. We're about to expose Anthony Schlick.
no, we're not. No, we're not.
We're not gonna expose him.
Wait,
No, Michael.
Anthony Schlick is
No,
about.
we talking.
Yeah, we're
We talking.
Anthony the Challenger,
We talking about metalcore.
modern.
Yeah,
Bro,
what?
there's bangers that hold up still to today, and you named a band I don't even know. What's done.
What?
Bruh.
You
Listen,
are out of the loop,
Listen,
guy.
okay. My real question is then, if we're talking about old metalcore, let's talk about the single best old school metalcore album ever, and that's The Opposite of December by Poison the Well. Nothing tops that album. Or
You literally just like
Okay, so
metaphorically. You just. Oh, never mind.
I disagree.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
It's a great album, don't get me wrong, but I
perfect.
vastly prefer Dillinger's first two efforts.
but I don't get
Waking
that's
the Fallen, the best metalcore album.
My favorite metalcore release of all time isn't even an album, it's an EP. Irony is a Dead Scene by Dillinger.
Wait,
It's
like,
not metalcore. That's
yeah, it is. It's
what the
fucking
fuck
metalcore.
did Dylan just what did Dylan just say?
Huh?
What did Dylan say?
Dillinger is not metal.
No. Before
This dude
that, what was your choice?
Oh yeah, Waking the Fallen is the best metalcore album to ever exist.
I'm out.
Not only that, but it also invented modern metalcore, and you can't change my mind.
I will change your mind.
I'm out. I'll talk to you all
I
later.
like modern
You-
metalcore.
You all
You
have
said that about Terror too, and look at you, boy.
no. Avenged Sevenfold
You're a
actually is
Terror
just
fan.
bad.
You little-
I'm just gonna. You all have a good time. I love you all. I'm gonna leave.
Come on, Chris. Chris, just sit the fuck back down.
Okay, I'll sit back down. But Avenged Sevenfold fucking sucks. I've seen him. I've seen him.
I never got into them.
I've
I
seen
never
him
got into
twice
them.
on accident. I've seen him twice.
fucking think you do
How
though.
the fuck, just walk into the wrong venue?
No,
Like-
it was like accidental and forced. I had to see them open for Metallica, and then I sat through them to have good spots to see Ozzy, and
Yeah.
worth it on.
Yo, I will say, fucking.
What?
What the fuck?
Okay, how do you all feel
I will
about
say,
talking about
um,
like more metal? How do you feel about Prayer for a Cleansing? Then, how do you feel about that band?
Which band?
Prayer for a Cleansing.
Not familiar, honestly.
Oh,
Really?
That one.
That's surprising.
damn! There's
That's
a
blind spot, I guess.
there's a really big band that's named after one of their songs right now. Well, not like really big, but like a newer metalcore band, like A Dozen Black Roses. They're named after a Prayer for a Cleansing song,
Nice.
and that band's fucking
Yeah, I
sick.
don't know. I wasn't like when I was super into metalcore. It was like that was like the bridge to like the heavier shit. So I
Oh,
was
yeah.
listening to like Asking Alexandria when their first album came out, and like the Browning and shit like that. And what else? Memphis Mayfire. Honestly, their debut album is still one of the best albums I've ever heard.
I'll agree.
Absolutely.
You know what
You know-
would be an interesting conversation is like, let's start with Dylan's and like do our metal taste progressions through the years.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so like let's start with Dylan. I want to hear
Yeah,
like
I'm curious. What is
when
this?
you first got introduced to the genre, like all the way through where we are today.
All right, I'll make it quick. Okay, so
Let's go.
is that okay? I don't
Yeah,
want to like
no.
project or anything.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we don't have a
basically-
schedule really here.
I don't know.
okay, cool. Yeah, so basically my dad introduced me to like hard rock and shit when I was a kid. So like he had Back in Black, obviously by AC/DC, but he also introduced me to Meatloaf. I
Hard.
fucking love Meatloaf. So
Hard.
he showed me like Meatloaf, Black Sabbath. That's like honestly I owe everything that I am to Black Sabbath. And then my sister showed me Linkin Park. And then I kind of like I've been a huge like hip hop head since I was like a kid. So like
What's up,
I've
Sean?
literally always just like mainly been like hip hop, but after that, my dad showed me like Down with the Sickness, and I played Rock Band or whatever, and kind of fell out of it. And then I met my best friend Garrett, who is like a drummer and stuff. And he introduced me to Avenged Sevenfold, and then honestly, it just kind of divulged from there. But I went from like Avenged Sevenfold to like EDM mixed with metalcore, and then I went to like Whitechapel and the Acacia Strain and Chelsea
Hard.
Grin, like OG Chelsea Grin.
Also,
and then-
Dylan, real quick, just to let you know, your homie just stopped by.
What?
Mr. Sean Span himself is in chat right now.
Sean?
shit.
Sean's in here. What's up, dude?
Oh yeah, bro, that's my
It's
boy.
good to see
Sean.
the boy
Hey,
here.
Shout out. Hey, shout
Exactly.
out to Soul Killer real quick because holy fuck, 6,000 streams in the first week is insane.
You know what I can say real
and they
quick?
do all.
Graded you.
What's up?
It's okay if I say something real quick because I can.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it live. I can finally talk about Soul Killer and like not be yelled at for 2 hours because Michael's no longer involved in this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you know, he was very upset with Eye of the Breather dropping the God guy. Was very upset, and he's like, "I don't want you talking about this band." And I'm like, "Well, the new single kind of goes hard."
Yeah, no.
Too
Soul Killer
bad.
goes hard. That's the thing is, dude. They do literally everything in house. So they record in house, they mix and master in house. Their bassist is their videographer. So every music video that you'll see will be them.
Yeah.
The one that I'm in, he did, which is fucking. It was the most professional shit, dude.
But can I also,
Like I showed up just like because we're not professional with music videos like at all.
dude?
We're
But
like,
you guys have
we're
one of the
like,
coolest music videos ever.
Thank you. But
Gallows
that was
3 is the
literally
coolest
made up.
fucking music
That
video
was made
ever.
up like 3 hours before we were supposed to be on the fucking set. So like,
Every
you know
time.
what I mean? Every
hard.
time. So like, I show up and you know I'm expecting like a pretty casual like, oh yeah, we'll do whatever, and I'm blocking out like 4 hours of my time. Phil gets everything set up. Me and Sean go smoke. We come back, and like they have the exact timestamp of my part. They have the shots planned. They have the backdrop done. They like, we're like, okay, now turn this way and do this, and then turn this way and do this. It was done in about an hour and a half, and it was insane. And they were like, "Do you need anything? Do you need a break? Do you need some water?" Like, it literally made me feel like I was like a celebrity, like on like a guest on a show. It was fucking nuts.
That's
And like,
cool as shit.
Sean's like just a homie. Like all these
Sean-
dudes are homies.
Me and Sean have
Except
had
for their
some
old drummer.
interactions. Me and Sean have had some interactions with each other in the past.
Mhm.
You know, funny enough, I doubt Sean even remembers this, but it's kind of funny. Because I mentioned it to everybody because I'm like whenever, so this is a whole story. When I was like 12 or 13, my mom went through this like whole thing of like being a born again Christian, and there was a lot of bands that I couldn't listen to, but Eye of the Breather she would let me listen to, which was cool as fuck.
Mhm.
So when Eye of the Breather started back up, I'm still pretty good friends with Logan, who was the guitarist, and
We love Logan.
he had
Yeah.
a Discord, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you should just join up one night." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And we were like all in a call one night, and Sean joined the Discord call, and he was like, "Hey, man, who are you?" And I was like, "Oh, my name's Christian. Like, I do this stuff on Instagram and shit." And he's like, "Oh, cool."
Christian, I'm
He was like, "I'm calling you Chris now," and I was like, "Okay." And it just kind of stuck, so now I just go by Chris all the time. 'Cause I'm like, that's like, this is a weird interaction. Somebody that I grew up listening to is like, "You have this name now," and I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah, okay, that's my name now.
I was like, "That's cool."
That's kinda how, yeah, me and Sean had like a crazy interaction our first time hanging out because we opened for Eye of the Breather when they were on that tour.
Mhm. I remember this.
Yeah, I've told you this. I don't need to say it again. Yeah, you know what
We'll
happened.
just do it.
Oh no, but it's cool as fuck.
Okay, so basically,
Fuck, I
Okay,
don't
so
know what happened
basically
over here.
I was there.
I'll say it. Yeah, you were there.
I
No,
was there.
no.
No, I was.
Oh,
I
yeah,
agreed the
okay.
show was there.
Yeah, the Other Breather show, he was there because we were hanging out with Logan. Never talked to Sean. And then, like, fast forward a few months, we're at the same venue where we opened for them, you know, and we're playing a show. And I look up, and there's this dude, and it's Sean, you know, and I was like, holy shit, because he lives in Madison now, so we hang
Yeah.
out, like, we hang out quite a bit.
Yeah.
And not, like, as much as I would want to, but yeah. Anyway, so, like, he's there, and then he comes up, he's like, yo, that stuff was sick, and I'm over here fangirling, and I'm like, damn, dude, thanks, that means a lot. He's like, where have I seen you before? I was like, oh, we opened for you guys when you guys came through here. And he was like, holy shit, that's right. And then, like, we just started talking for, like, hours. Next thing you know, we're just, like, over by his car, just, like, chilling, talking for a long time. And then after that, he was like, yeah, I live in Madison. And I was there when he made that first Facebook post about, like, starting a band and shit. And, like, he was talking to me about doing stuff and everything like that. So it's kind of crazy seeing Soul Killer actually come to fruition because
That's
this man,
cool as shit.
like, made a post. And then it happened.
I've had my fair share of interactions like that where like somebody that you look up to like says something to you or something and you're like, you know about me? Like,
Yeah, I'm like, huh?
it's cool. I had like a weird one, like despite everything that happened between the members of this said band. But I remember when Reflections came back. I'm a fucking massive Reflections fan, and they put out Willow, and I just did a little thing about it. I was like, hey, this album's out, like this is fucking awesome. And Jake messaged me and was like, dude, this is so fucking cool that you talked about this. Like, he's like, I didn't expect anyone to really give a fuck. And I was like,
Yeah, no, Jake
bro,
is the
what
shit.
the
Jake's
fuck?
actually, like, yeah, no, Jake is actually like super cool. When I was in this band Conundrum for a while, and they were based in St. Paul, and I ended up leaving when I joined Dead Awake just because I couldn't go to fucking St. Paul to play shows.
Mhm.
But he was like working in St. Paul, like in the Mall of America, I think. So like my buddies knew him just because they talked to him, and they're like Reflections was my first metal show. They opened up for Born of Osiris in Green Bay,
That's
the Riverside
sick.
Ballroom,
That's sick.
and it was. He smoked cigarettes with the fucking drummer of Born of Osiris, and I talked to him about it when I went to the Boo show that was in Madison a couple of months,
That's
a couple
sick.
of weeks ago, and he was like, "Oh shit, dude!" So like, then I took shots with the vocal.
That's cool as fuck. I mean, like,
I'm gonna
I've had quite a few interactions like that are just like special to like, oh fuck, this person I've looked up to for years is like, hey, I know you, and I'm like, I just do little stupid shit on the internet. I don't know what you're going on about. This is weird.
One of the most surreal things that happened to me was like, I was like waiting for like the bus or something for school, and then I get a notification on like Instagram. I was like, oh, Kyle Anderson started following you. I was like, excuse you?
No.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
So I
that
look, I was like, oh yeah, it's the real Kyle Anderson. And then I showed my friend, I call him Poopy. I showed my friend Poopy because like he loves Brand of Sacrifice way more than me. I still love him, but he's a huge Brand of Sacrifice. And I was like, check this out. So he messaged Kyle Anderson, like, hey, my friend's bullying me. Can you follow him? I was like, I didn't even have to ask.
I didn't have to ask, brother. Fuck off.
Fuck you. I didn't have to ask.
That's hard. And then
The basis of Cyclone is Poopy's barber.
Yeah.
Poopy's. Oh yeah, yeah. Me and Animus have a friend that we call. His nickname's Poopy.
Oh, wow.
It's a good name.
Yeah, I was going
Oh,
for that.
sorry.
Oh, God, so many
His name's
notifications.
Poopy.
Oh yeah.
You don't know why you call him that? Probably shits his pants a lot. I don't fucking know.
Well, that's actually funny that you say that because this story I'm about to tell involves Dylan and me shitting my pants.
Dude, I haven't shit my pants in a hot minute, bro.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say this. This was back at the beginning of 2021. I was working at Nike, and one day I went out for lunch. I went and got Burger King of all places, and I was like, "Cool, this sounds fucking delicious." I ate it, and then I felt my stomach. I was like, "Oh, this is just." I shit my pants so hard.
Got the bubbles.
I shit my pants
Yeah,
so
something
hard.
brewing.
I left work and told them it was a family emergency. I was like, this is a family emergency. I have to leave, and I left work. And right before I turned the car on to leave, I get a message from Dylan on my Snapchat. I'm like, what's Dylan sending me? Let's open this real quick. And it's just this like minute long like heartfelt thing. He's like, "You're a fucking great friend. I love you. I appreciate all that you do." And I started fucking crying.
He's got shit in his pants.
And I'm crying. And I get home and I'm like sobbing a little bit, and my aunt's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, I was like, "I shit my pants and my friend sent me a really nice thing. Let me take a shower."
It's the dad popped my tire, dude.
like,
Up in something like 4 hours earlier, and then I'm like, "Hey man, you're the best."
dude,
Because I was having a day. I didn't know you shit yourself.
Dad, dude, I shit myself and cried. So cool.
Damn. I have IBS, so it happens a lot.
Dude, I shit through a pair of sweatpants. That's how hard I shit. It was
Oh, yeah. Hey,
it was rough.
send you I'm gonna send you a message real quick.
Okay. You're good.
I remember one time, it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we were on a road trip to a bonfire, and we pulled over because I really had to shit, so it was in the woods. But it was really dark, so I like pulled on my pants, I squatted, but I was at the wrong angle, so I shit directly in my pants.
Oh my god.
You miss shitting your pants to shit in your pants, huh?
Yeah, so what happened was like, I had to like remove my underwear and just leave him in the woods. So that I just left him there, and I had to like put my pants back on knowing what I did, and I like walked shamefully back to the truck.
Your friends are like,
Nice.
"How was your shit?" You're like, "I shit my pants," and they're like, "What?" And
Oh,
shit,
I won't talk about it.
you're like,
I didn't shit my pants, I shit in my pants. I didn't...
I was like, no, I'm just looking great. Oh.
Oh.
I just replied to you.
All right, thanks. I'm about to check, but oh my god, what the fuck?
Nice.
Yeah, no.
This is what Allie just sent me. She's having a girls' night. Look at this.
Girls' night. They have
Oh,
are they having girl dinner too?
They do actually have 3
Girl
bottles. of wine.
dinner.
Are they having a grilled dinner too? Are they gonna eat like 5 mozzarella sticks and?
No, so
Me and Dylan are having.
I loved my boy breakfast.
Oh, brother, am I allowed to talk about that? Cause that's the funniest shit you've ever sent us.
It's yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It was
Hey,
my birthday breakfast.
yeah. Do you want to hear about this man's birthday breakfast that Animus had? So we're all sitting in the Discord one morning, and we just get a text from Animus that's like he uploaded a picture to the Discord, and we're like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was a picture of a chicken patty beside 5 plain white crackers and 5 antidepressants.
What?
And he was like, boy breakfast, and I was like, what is this?
Birthday boy breakfast.
I was like,
And then they were making like a week ago or like a couple weeks ago, they were making fun of my dinner too,
dude,
because I decided to have a grilled cheese. However,
yeah, talk about your grilled cheese extravaganza.
so I had some white bread and I put like 2 Kraft singles on it. And that was it. And I called them a cold grilled cheese, and they were destroying me in the call
It's
about it.
not a grilled cheese. That's just a cheese sandwich, buddy.
It was a cold,
What
I said
else?
it was a cold grilled cheese.
What else did
cold
you?
grilled.
It wasn't even grilled, brother. It was just 2 pieces of white bread and Kraft
Hold on.
singles.
Hold on, did you put butter on it?
No, it was just bread, 2 cheeses,
my
bread.
No microwave?
No.
Microwave.
What else did you have with it, though? What else did you have with it? Because there was one addition. There was
I had a popsicle with it.
you had a
It was
popsicle.
like,
with,
it was like this big.
you,
Playing on my computer.
I'm downloading Roblox.
you had
Oh,
a.
you down.
Oh, can we all play Roblox? Holy shit! Actually,
No, I'm downloading Roblox so we can play Chicago Shootout on your fucking laptop.
But can we?
Oh,
You
come
had
on.
a fucking a plain white cheese and sandwich and a popsicle for dinner. How can we not make fun of you for that? Because
Listen.
you openly in the Discord call while I was streaming said I made a cold grilled cheese, and we were like, what does that mean? And you told us, you said it's just
Dude.
2 pieces of bread, 2 Kraft singles, and a
I was-
popsicle. And I was like,
I was real desperate for food.
Oh.
Mind you, there was a whole
What
pack
does
of Hot
what
Pockets
does
in the
cold mean?
fridge. But
it means it's not grilled at all. It's just 2 pieces of bread and cheese. So it's just a
So what
cheese.
do you fucking do with it?
He just ate it.
yeah,
Just a little
I was
hungry
hungry.
guy.
It was like midnight for me or something.
You're a little
Do
critter.
you like swim in the sewers and fucking eat rats? What the fuck is that?
It
What
was
is,
something quick that I could make.
that's not
and-
making something quick.
Go out to the streets and like eat moss off a fucking rock?
I'd
that.
believe it. I could.
What in the fuck is that?
I ate a lot of weird
Also-
things.
Like, that's also based in Chad Pill because what the fuck? But
Yeah.
like, why?
There was
Why?
also one morning that you texted the Discord chat, and everyone's like, "What'd you have for lunch, Animus?" And your reply was, "I had 5 hot dogs with no bun," and we were like, "What?"
This boy on that Sigma Milk grind set, let me tell you, he about to blow
I was
up.
like, "Dude, what?"
I don't know if you saw that. I'm not sure if I sent it to you, but I had that picture of like a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but it was like a hot dog bun because you didn't have any.
That
other
too.
bread.
That was also
And
one that I was like,
my toes are in the picture too.
"But your feet are like curved, like you're like putting them together, like, oh hey, I'm a little cute." And we were like,
yeah, they're
"What?"
like this.
And none of us were like, we were all like, "Is this actually something he's eating?" And you were like, "Yes, I'm eating this." And we were like, "A peanut butter and jelly on a hot dog bun."
We didn't have like white bread. I was like, my second thought was like a corn tortilla, but I didn't want
Alright.
to waste those.
I want to talk about desperation meals. I went to high school with this fucking guy.
Oh boy, here we go.
This fucking guy.
Exposed.
Yeah, so this guy had no money for his lunches, so he would fucking eat mustard. Like we would have Subway school lunches, and he didn't even have enough money in his like backlog to like cover the peanut butter and butter sandwiches he got for free from being broke as fuck. He would steal relish and just eat it and mustard and just fucking eat it. That was his lunch.
It's like
He would actually survive in high school off of nothing but mustard and relish.
And I had that.
This
that's
guy,
equivalent of like putting spices on your hand and licking it.
you want to talk about eating a fucking rotisserie chicken in like half a second? No, this guy built different.
Bro,
That's a critter.
I mean,
This-
I have a Discord called the Rotisserie Race specifically for chicken eating, and
pretty hard.
anyone is welcome to join to race.
If you ever want to challenge him to a race, let him know.
Listen,
Yeah, I made a Discord specifically
I
for it.
cook steak every day.
Same. I do for the most part. I cook
and I
every
eat
single day.
all day.
Like,
He cooks a damn good steak.
do
I
you?
can destroy.
Damn.
I can throw
I-
back Rotus.
All right.
Chicken line.
Can I ask you?
I
We
something?
microwave
have
a hella
leftovers.
good chicken.
It's Rotus. We have a word for it. We have a cutesy word for rotisserie chicken. It's in my fucking diet. Rotisserie chicken is a part of my fucking diet plan.
Can
Heard
I?
it here
I
first.
will
guess it's a
bury
part
you
of
in the
mine now.
rotisserie chicken. I will bury you in the fucking Rotus. Let me
I
tell
will destroy you. I made
All right.
money from this.
you. Possible.
Hey, boys, I love y'all, but we're being a little bit too loud.
For who? It's fucking chicken dust.
This, I know it's fucking chicken time,
It's chicken.
but
Though.
we're getting a little
We
bit
just get too
drunk.
passionate.
We don't really make any progress, and I feel like we need to actually put in some work tonight.
That's
Because
fine.
I hate to add, but I think we might have to dip.
It's okay, Dad.
All right, thanks, son.
Dad,
Fucking, I guess.
Dad, you're taking away
Hey,
our fun
Dad.
time.
Hold on, wait. Okay.
Oh, now he says wait.
Anyway,
1355. I
anyway,
will beat it.
thank you. 1355. I just want to say something before we go. You're awesome. Thanks for being a part of our family. You make this possible, you know? Give your furry friends an extra treat for us, and your Dead Awake family signed off, you know?
Your dead awake family.
Hard.
Your DA.
Is that
pet slug?
is that my
Yeah.
birthday
All right.
card? Because my birthday was 2 days ago. Is that my birthday card? Hard. We love it.
I love you guys. Thanks for having us and everything.
Dude,
We're
it's-
just gonna.
It was great meeting you.
It was a good
yeah, it was
time.
great. We're just gonna drink and write some shit, and we just have to make some progress because this never happens. So I hate to be like a.
No,
dick,
you're
but
good. You're
You're
good.
fine. I mean, just the fact that it happened, like, right, it was pretty cool.
We love you. Oh, it's a guinea pig.
Yo! I can eat that shit in 4 minutes.
I eat that shit in 4 minutes.
2.5, motherfucker.
I like how your friend. I could eat it. I could eat
Last
that.
thing- Last thing I'll say before we end this call, Melancholia 2 is on the way, and that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Let's go.
I'm
Love you,
Exclusive.
boys. Thank you guys so much for having us. We are the Cutthroat Crew signing
Our
off. Thank you
pleasure.
guys. Love you so much. Shout out to Honeybee Cannabis Company. Every other sponsor, Liquid Death. They gave us a pallet like 3 years ago, and they probably don't remember us, but shout out to them.
Hard.
Anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much, Chris. I'll text you,
Sounds
and
good.
it'll be all good.
Sounds good.
All right, peace out. guys.
Later.
Bye.
All right. To end this off,
seem
because
fun.
oh, they're great. We love them. But also because your boys have to start stream back up a bit, so I can have the complete VOD for this in a different location because I have to start a stream now. I'll be back in a couple of minutes with the regular fucking program that we do every single night. Animus, are you gonna be on any longer? Or are you hopping off?
I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna nap.
Sounds
I'm gonna eat,
good.
but I'm gonna fucking snooze.
Cool. I'm gonna try to get a hold of Bradshaw then. We're probably gonna fucking play something. Who knows? We'll play either playing No Man's Sky or Fallout tonight. I don't know. Depends if anybody else is on and wants to hop onto something. So, boys, I will catch you all in a bit. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna make some food because I have not fucking ate today.
You gotta do some shit like Thy Core Boy signing off. The fucking outro music, man.
I
You
got
gotta do that.
I got you. So, I'm gonna hop up here and make some food. I'll be back live in just a little bit because I need some fucking substance in my existence right now or I'm gonna die.
We're hungry boys, man.
We are always hungry. This is Thy Core Boy. Signing off!
And Animus. Stream ended.